Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Would I be the a-hole for calling off my engagement because my fiance wants me to take care of his sick mother? My fiance and I are both in our 40s. We met online and hit it off immediately. We have 3 kids amongst us, all the same age. They get along great. After a few years of dating, he proposed. I said yes. I was so excited to get married and to start our future together. A month before we were starting to plan our wedding, tragedy struck. His 83-year-old mother had a stroke. He lives with his mom as a way of helping her and saving money after his divorce. She is challenging, to put it mildly, constantly critical, demanding, argumentative, needy, toxic, and family members avoid her like the plague because she is so toxic. She has been in the hospital for over 2 months at this point and still has very limited mobility. None, really. She is heading to a rehabilitation facility soon, where we hope she will improve and perhaps walk with a walker soon. She is medically stable, but physically incapable. She requires a catheter and frequent diaper changes. She cannot feed herself at all. More importantly, her attitude is bad. She spends most of her time feeling sorry for herself. He has been very attentive to his mother, going to the hospital daily to feed her and to give her moral support. I go to the hospital several times each week. I help her with diaper changes, try to cheer her up, feed her, and I pray with her. But every day is brutal, emotionally brutal. She complains, she cries, she prays for death. She demands immediate service from the nursing staff. It is frustrating, and we are worn out physically as well as emotionally. This is not sustainable. Being a caregiver is very difficult, and it is very easy to forget about yourself when you have a loved one that is sick. And it's important to make sure that you are paying attention to your health as you take care of the family member. My fiance has changed his mind. We've postponed the wedding for what looks like a few years. That is okay. We are committed to each other and need to sacrifice short term goals to make sure his mom is settled. We talked about potentially long term care or moving her into a senior assisted living facility where she would be safer and have a fuller, independent life. Her house has multiple floors with lots of stairs and likely would not be safe for her once she is out of the hospital. We would buy a house close by and make frequent visits to ensure she is cared for and give her the support she needs. I thought this is what we agreed on. Apparently not. My fiance has suddenly changed his mind. He made it clear that when we get married, he expects me and my children to move into his mother's house with him and take care of his mom long term. She would be confined to the main floor as the stairs are treacherous. So we would have no family room to use, which is an immediate no. He wants me to help care for his mom until she inevitably passes, which could be 1 to 25 years. Now, I do believe you're being a little bit facetious with 25 years because she's already 83. So, unless, she has some extra years to add on, I doubt she'll live another 25 years. She's 83. There would be nurses and personal support workers that would come daily, but her care would essentially fall on us and be our responsibility. Nurses and personal support workers only do so much, and they're only there parts of the day. This feels like an unreasonable ask. In addition to becoming a full time caregiver to his mother, I also have a disabled child that requires my attention. He leaves my son's care to me only and does not get involved as it isn't his kid. I am the expert, as he says. I have expressed concerns about my kids being exposed to her constant drama and negativity. I have expressed my concern over what I feel is an unfair demand put onto me and our new marriage, but he won't budge. He says I am being selfish and unsupportive. He says he has been understanding about my neurotypical kid and was still willing to marry me. And if the tables were turned, he wouldn't hesitate to bring my mom into our home to care for her. I would never do that, however, and me and my mother have already discussed any long term care that she may need as she continues to age. Note, money is not an issue. His mother has a pension, and if the house were sold, there would be plenty of money to sustain her care over her lifetime. He simply says this is his burden to bear and says he understands if it is too much for me. He often says his life is over. I say that's your choice. He could make a different choice. I really feel like he is letting his mother's toxic, guilt tripping demands cloud his judgment. There is martyrdom built into him deciding that he wants to simply take care of his mom and expects for you to pick up that burden as well to bear. That is not reasonable when you also have a child that needs you a little bit more than your other children need you. So that is definitely a huge ask of him to take care of his mom, take care of your children, and work full time. But let's see what Reddit has to say. You are not the a-hole. He wants you to babysit his mother, not be his wife. That is what he thinks of you. You need to walk away from this relationship and find someone who prioritizes you. That is what I just stated. He is being selfish. He expects for you to adopt all of his burdens. And he states that he would take care of your mom if she got sick, but he won't help you with your child, which is another issue that I won't even address right now. Just say, if he's not willing to learn how to take care of your child, how would that work out in a marriage? He has to have some type of relationship with your child, right? So I'm not sure that what he's telling you is the truth, because I just think that he wants you to drop your stance and to completely take care of his mom. So no, you are not the a-hole, but your fiance is.